Oh, I want to talk about Roger Eggers' 2019 The Lighthouse. So Robert Patterson and Willem Defoe. Um, an interesting film for film fans, primarily. It's set on a lighthouse. It's somewhere in the early 20th century. It's in black and white. Robert Patterson is the new kid in town, the assistant to Willem Dafoe's grizzled kind of lighthouse loon. And what's interesting about this film is not really what the film says. His recurring themes of the gothic and the morbid and the looming spectre of death um, are all there. I mean, he's now made a couple of films, Nosferatu, The Northman, and these his themes, ideas, his preoccupations, filmic style are all beginning to be revealed. But this film in particular came out in 2019. This is my opinion of why he made it. And I've been thinking not so much why he made it, like why did he write it? Like he sat down to write this whole screenplay. Um, that on paper, mustn't have looked like much. I mean, there's a magnificent dread to the visual filmmaking that he brought to it, and only for him, his first film, the success of it, he had permission to go and make this a smaller film, at least in scale, on return and audience reach. And it came out in 2019, as I've said three times now. But the Metoo movement and Harvey Weinstein exploded in 2017, and he's a young film director with a hit film in horror. It's the genre of the day. Obviously, there's women abound. What do you do with them? He's tormented. Robert Pattinson is tormented by an older man, which all younger men were. You had the Me Too movement into masculinity in crisis. New female voices. Men felt guilty that the Vikings raped women years ago, and it was all everybody's fault. And it was kind of a confusing time, identity politics, and it seems to me it's Roger Ebert's way of working out those emotions. And intuitively, as an artist, he must have just understood that men were going to identify with it, which they have because people did go and see it. It was a success economically, if you want to judge it by that much, and it's been probably seen 10 times as much at home. It's that type of film that's viewed more at home, and as his reputation has grown with The Northman and Nosferatu, um, he's developing a reputation for people to kind of, when they catch one of his later bigger films, they go back and revisit it. So Robert Patterson comes in, he's enthusiastic, he's looking for a fresh start, and um, Willem Dafoe is tormenting him. He's a harsh taskmaster, and he becomes increasingly kind of harsh on him. Scrub the floors, irate, like lunatic anecdotes, and there's an hallucinatory effect. At first, you're not sure if it's memory or if it's dark thoughts, which I suppose are a visual representation of suicide. The film, all his films loom with that theme, kind of an internal chaos. I wouldn't exactly imprint that on him, or maybe it could be just a reflection of narcissism or overly preoccupied with death. Um, so yeah, all those things are there. It is worth watching. You've got to be patient with it. As a filmmaker, if anybody's making filmic videos online, you'll get a real kick out of it because the way he assembles his image, the breadth of creativity, which is basically like a stage play. All he has is the lighthouse inside and out, and the grassy area around it. I mean, there wasn't many rain machines used, but the sound of rain is used to great effect. Just something for the filmmaking fans. But I can't ascertain any other meaning on why the film exists other than his most personal desire to write it and kind of conjure this kind of compressed feeling of masculinity. Um, he's a real hipster. Robert Pattinson is a leading man. Willem Dafoe is an established star. He is saying something casting Robert Pattinson, or maybe he just got the film made. That we were all in it. Um, yeah, that's kind of my link between the film and the time it came out. And there's some homoerotic subtext as well. Make of that what you will. It doesn't necessarily loom over the film as much as violence. It just kind of adds to the disgust and misunderstanding of the whole thing, which is, I think, what he's going for. It starts out as a conventional drama and it becomes kind of a twisted psychological horror, kind of a little bit like Roman Polanski's Repulsion, without the kind of sensational dread of something like Black Swans, Darren Aronofsky's Black Swan. But it's not as visually appealing, but it does. If you do stick it out to the end, there's a real gut wrenching feeling of you don't understand what he's kind of getting at. He's it's like he's deliberately made you uncomfortable to help you release that emotion. It's worth watching. It's a little different. You should be able to tell by the trailer and a whiff of this review if you want to watch it. As always, any film requests, anything you want me to talk about, leave comments, help boost my algorithm. I'm gonna get a thumbnail. I'm not really interested in adding cuts or clips because I just take me as I am, and that's it.